Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do here on the Jam Session. We cook up every single game, every single day, man. Money making Friday, ladies and gentlemen. We're just trying to keep the good vibes and the positive momentum rolling forward into a money making Friday. We absolutely smashed it last night. We kicked the crap out of the books. We swept the card. Hey, it's been a great week overall as well. We're just trying to keep it rolling, I appreciate y'all more than y'all know, man. The OGs will tell you, when we get hot here on the Jam Session, we usually get hotter than fish grease. So, man, I ain't gonna lie. I think it's a perfect time for y'all to hop on a 3-day pass. You get every single play that I release over the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, NFL, NBA, college football. We haven't bet college hoops yet. We will be soon. We'll be diving headfirst into college hoops soon. Just trying to build the database up a little bit. But the way we running right now in the NFL and the NBA, it should take care of you over the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the momentum rolling forward. Let's do what we do, and that's kick the crap out of the books betting hoops. I told y'all yesterday, man, I will be live with Jay Money later on today, 12 noon my time, Central Time. Be on the lookout for that. Will be on his channel a little bit later on today. But I'm finna break down every single game on the card right here, right now. Then I'll do it again with my man in a little bit. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the momentum rolling forward. Let's do what we do. We just kick the crap out of the books, betting hoops. Let's make some money tonight. And without further ado, man, let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. First game of the day. We're in Philadelphia where the Sixers are 6.5-point home favorites over the Brooklyn Nets. Total 215.5. Look. I'm not betting Philadelphia. I continue to tell y'all that, and I'm damn sure not laying points with them. Can't do it, won't do it. Until they show me a pulse, a sign, a tendency, I want to fade this team. Looming over this game is injury news for Philadelphia. Paul George, he's out. Kyle Lowry, he's also out for the Nets. Keep an eye on their injury report. Dorian Finney-Smith, game-time decision. Cam Thomas, game-time decision, but I believe he's probable. But Nick Claxton, that's the one we really got to keep an eye on. He practiced yesterday, but he's game-time decision for this one. Nets need a bigger big down there. I mean, he's not the biggest guy, but lengthwise, I think he can cause Embiid some problems down low. I want him to play in this style game, and I wanted to grab the points with the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn has been a great ATS team to start the season. They're the number 2 ATS team right now currently in the NBA. Number 1 is the Cleveland Cavaliers at 13-4 against the number to start the season. Number 2, the Brooklyn Nets, 10-4-1 against the number. They're technically tied with Golden State, who's 10-4, but those are the top 3 money-making teams this season. Cleveland, Brooklyn, Golden State, then it goes Toronto, Houston, Portland. So those have been the money-making teams this season. I don't see anything in this game to shake it up, to try to go contrarian, nothing like that. The Sixers are ass. They have the worst record in the NBA. That's who they are. And until they show me that's not who they are, while they still have these high expectations on them, I want to fade them. It is an in-season tournament game Friday night at home at the crib. You would think it's a bounce-back spot. I don't. I think the Nets have a legitimate chance to come here and win this game outright. So I'm not going to overcomplicate. I'm just take the team that's played the better basketball and has made us way more money this season in the Brooklyn Nets. Let's keep it rolling. Next game up. We're in Washington where the Wizards are 16.5-point home dogs with the defending champs. The Boston Celtics rolling in total 237.5. Look, this is the worst team in the league versus the best. Laying 16.5 points on the road is insane. That's a lot of lumber to lay. But there's no other way to look in this game. It's Celtics are pass for me here. The Wizards, man, they're a bad basketball team. Again, they're the worst team in the league. Just look at their month of November. They've been blown out by double digits in every single game this month except for one. And that one game where they didn't get blown out by double digits, they lost by 9 on the road in San Antonio. Man, I can't even look in the direction of Washington here. We've already seen Boston come into Washington and air them out once this season. It was 122-102, 20-point win. We're probably looking at something similar here in this one. The Celtics, they're slightly motivated, man. In-season tournament game, money on the line. Hey, I think they don't even play with Washington. Washington has been bad, terrible. No reason to even look in their direction. They're really on the do not bet list, but it's like we don't even look in their direction anyway, so there's really no point in putting them on the list. You feel me? But I guess you could say they're on the list, bro. We fade them, auto fade right now. Boston, Head and shoulders the better basketball team. They haven't been a great cover team. That's why I'm not totally in love with laying 16.5 on the road. There's no other way to look, man. Boston comes in here and plays Celtic-style basketball. They should be up 20 at half and coast to maybe a 30, maybe even a 40-point win. Give me Boston here in this one. Let's keep it rolling. Next game up. We're in New Orleans where the Pelicans are 10.5-point home dogs with the Golden State Warriors rolling in total 222.5. Hey, I'm on the Golden State Warriors. I'm going to lay the points in this one. The Pelicans are still on the do not bet list, and the Pelicans are still severely banged up. They're heading in the right direction in aspects of getting healthy, but it still looks like everybody's out tonight. Brandon Ingram questionable. CJ McCollum is listed as doubtful. DeJounte Murray's still out. Zion Williamson's still out. Jordan Hawkins is questionable. Jose Alvarado's still out. This team is still severely banged up. This is still basically the Birmingham Squadron. I want to fade this team. I will call a spade a spade. It's a decent little spot for the Pelicans. Y'all know we love spots and situations here on the Gym Session. This one is a bounce back game at home that also sets up to be a double revenge game as Golden State has beat up on New Orleans in both games they've played this season. They both were in Golden State, though, however. Golden State did win those two games, 104-89, 124-106. But in all honesty, forget the spot, forget the situation. What supersedes that is the do not bet list, and that's exactly where the Pelicans have found themselves. We want to continue to fade this team. We trust Golden State on the road as well. 6-2 against the number on the road this season. Last year, they were the number 2 ATS team on the road behind the Dallas Mavericks. The Golden State Warriors have been a money-making machine on the road last couple seasons. I think they beat up on the Pelicans for a third time. Curry is listed as questionable but probable, so I'm expecting him to play. And I think the Warriors just do what they do. They're motivated to come out here and play as well. In-season tournament game. I like Golden State. Won't overcomplicate it, man. I think they take the Pelicans behind the woodshed. Let's keep it rolling. Next game up. We head to Milwaukee where the Bucks are 5.5-point home favorites over the Indiana Pacers. Total 236.5. Interesting game, man. One of the better games on television tonight. I will be sitting back watching this one right now. These are two teams going in opposite directions, man. The Pacers, they can't get a win, man. They've lost 4 of their last 5. The road has not been kind to them. Milwaukee, they've won 4 of their last 5 at home. They've kind of started to figure some things out. Now, look, I will give Milwaukee some credit, man. They have been playing better basketball. They have been winning games. But we also got to call a spade on the competition. They ain't really been playing nobody. Here's their wins. Toronto at home. Detroit at home. Chicago at home. That Detroit win, it took them overtime to beat the Pistons. They lost on the road to the Charlotte Hornets. And they narrowly beat the Rockets by 1 point. So, yes, Milwaukee has been playing better basketball, but it's not like they just flipped the switch and it's been pretty. They've looked dominant. They look like the Bucks who won the chip a couple seasons ago. Nothing like that. It's been far from that. And they're still currently on the do not bet list, 3-4-1 against the number at home. I don't trust them laying points. I think the Indiana Pacers have a legitimate chance to come in here and win this game outright. I know. The Pacers have been terrible on the road. We've mainly been fading them. At home, we can trust the Pacers. We like betting the Pacers at home in Indiana. On the road, they're typically a fade. But, recently, they really like playing the Milwaukee Bucks, man. I think they've won 4 of the last 5 outright over Milwaukee. They was not playing with them boys a season ago. I was at the in-season tournament game in Vegas between these two teams when the Pacers beat them and put Milwaukee out of the in-season tournament. And I kind of got the same eerie vibes about this game right here. The Pacers, in-season tournament, like this is their style spot, their style situation, in my opinion. So I think they have a legitimate chance to come here and win it outright. I want the points in my back pocket with the team that has the success they had last season over Milwaukee. And I also want to sprinkle on that outright money line. That's too great of a money line price to not put a couple of dollars on. So still don't trust Milwaukee. They're on the D&B. Have been playing better against bad teams. Show me you're going to do it against a good team. And maybe I think about taking y'all off the list. But right now, currently, you're still on it. I like the Pacers plus the points and outright money line. Here in this one. Let's keep it rolling. Next game up. We're in Chicago where your Chicago Bulls are 1.5-point home dogs with the Atlanta Hawks rolling in total 245.5. I like the over in this game. Points, 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 points is really probably going to be the mantra for this game. Neither team plays any lick of defense. But in that same breath, man, y'all know what we're doing here. We're fading the Atlanta Hawks, the number one team on the do not bet list. Shout out to Hawks. They have played decent basketball this season, better than I thought they would to start the season. But in the grand scheme of things, they're still a losing basketball team. They have a losing record on the season, and they're still not a profitable basketball team. If you faded the Hawks every game this season, you've made a pretty penny, which I have, and which I will continue to do. The number one team on the do not bet list is who? The Atlanta Hawks, man. And it's a terrible spot for the Hawks, man. Fifth road game in their last 6 games. They've lost 2 of their last 3. Got taken behind the shed by Golden State. Lost on the road to Portland. They do have 2 nice wins on this little road trip in Sacramento and in Boston. Shout out to them. But I think the Bulls beat them up again. We've already seen the Bulls beat the Hawks once this season. That game was in Atlanta on the 9th of November. Final score in that basketball game was 125-113, a double-digit win for Chicago on the road. I know the Bulls haven't been great at home this season. I know. They've been way better on the road. But if there was a spot where Chicago was going to lock in and get themselves a home win, it's tonight. In-season tournament game, Friday night, against a team they most definitely can beat, a team they've already beaten this year. I like the spot for Chicago, man. Bounce back spot at home, at the crib. I'm looking to continue to fade Atlanta. Not overcomplicating this one, man. I'm on your Chicago Bulls. Let's keep it rolling. Next game up, we're in H-Town, man. Houston, where the Rockets are 12.5-point home favorites over the Portland Trail Blazers. Not overcomplicating. This one's short, sweet, simple. Y'all know me, man. We love Houston in Houston. Hey, we just lay it with these boys every time we see them as favorites at home. You know why? It's because a season ago they were 14-5-1 against the number as home favorites. This season, 6-2 as home favorites. When the Houston Rockets are favored at home, they get down on teams, man. They take them behind the woodshed, and I think that's exactly what we see tonight. Looking at what Houston has done at home recently, they just took the Pacers behind the woodshed, 130-113, beat up on the Clippers in back-to-back games, 125-104, 111-103. Looking at how the Rockets and Blazers matched up a season ago because they've yet to play each other this season. The Rockets busted them up the last 3 games last year, 116-107, 110-92, 123-107. Portland did win the first game of the year, 137-131 on the 1st of January, but that was way back when. The last 3, the Rockets dominated. We trust the Rockets at home, at the crib. The Rockets go stupid, dummy, crazy at home as home favorites. I see no reason to fade them. Not overcomplicating this one. The Portland Trail Blazers have been a solid team this season. We have bet Portland in certain spots and situations, but I don't like this spot and situation for them tonight. Not at all. Not the way they collapsed in that fourth quarter the other night against the Oklahoma City Thunder buddies. You would think it would have went the other way. That game was tightly contested all the way through. I was laying the points with the Thunder, and the Blazers did cover that game. But that game was tight all the way through, and the Thunder, who were on the back end of a back-to-back with travel, you would expect to have dead legs late fourth quarter, but instead they took a 1-point lead and made it a 10-point lead and won that basketball game. I don't think the Rockets play with their food like that tonight. I think the Rockets will just do what we know and love them to do, and that's ball out at home. So I'm going to lay here with Houston in Houston. Let's keep it rolling. Next game up. We're in Denver, where the Chicken Nuggets are 2.5-point home favorites over my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks, man. Total, 225.5. Luka Doncic will not play in this game. He's out for at least a week with a wrist injury. And on the other side, the Denver Nuggets may be without their best player in Nikola Jokic. They've been without him the last couple games due to personal reasons. His wife had a baby. They do return home here. He did not practice yesterday. He's listed as game time decision right now currently. The way the line's looking, kind of trying to read through the tea leaves and things like that, is looking like he's not going to play tonight either. So that's how I'm going to handicap the game. I'm going to handicap it as if he's not playing. And if he doesn't play, I think the team that's better equipped to play without their star is the Dallas Mavericks. I'm on the Mavs plus the points and outright on the money line. These two teams have already played once this season in Denver. Denver did win that basketball game. Mavs got the cover. It was a 2-point win for Denver, 122-120. I trust Kyrie Irving, though. Short, sweet, simple. I trust Kyrie Irving. Kyrie has shown the ability to absolutely ball out when his co-star is out, no matter the team. Whether that was in Brooklyn, whether that's been here in Dallas, I think this is just going to be a Kyrie Irving style game. I think Klay Thompson goes with him. I think the Mavs are just, again, more well equipped to play without their star than the Nuggets are. So I'm not overcomplicating this one, man. Y'all know I'll be looking for reasons to bet my Mavs, but on the road, that's where we trust them. Need I remind you, last season, the number one road ATS team in the NBA was the Dallas Mavericks. I know a lot of that damage was done as favorites, and I know the Nuggets go stupid, dummy, crazy at home at the crib, but that's mainly with the reigning MVP, Nikola Jokic. Without him on the floor, the Mavs are the better basketball team, and I'd like them to come here and get this one done. I'm going to attack the plus money and have the points in my back pocket here in this one. Last and final game of the night. We're in LA, where the Los Angeles Clippers are 2.5-point home dogs with their in-state rival rolling in the Sacramento Kings. Total 221.5. I'm on the Clippers, plus the points and outright on the money line in this one. I like what I've seen from them recently. The home court advantage that they yapped about all offseason, I'm starting to finally see some signs that it's working. They've now won 3 straight home games, beat the Jazz, beat up on them, 116-105, double-digit home win. Beat the Golden State Warriors, who were red hot at the time, 102-99, really solid win, really solid win. And then beat up on the Magic at home, who were red hot coming into that game as well, 104-93. Good signs there for the Clippers, good signs. They've also already beaten Sacramento this season in Sacramento. They took them behind the shed, low-key, 107-98. That was on the 8th of November. It's going to be their 4th straight home game, so comfortable at home. It's shooting in the same gym, same rim. The Kings, I don't really like the spot for them. They just played, 4 of their last 5 at home at the crib in Sacramento. Now they're on the road. They weren't even that dominant as they should have been at home. They just lost to the Hawks outright at home. So Kings road favorite. Y'all know last year we hated that spot, and I'm low-key starting to get those same signs and tendencies that the Kings, man, they got some talent over there. I thought they would be better this season, but they low-key are the same Kings from last year. I thought DeMar would maybe elevate them to the next level. That hasn't been the case yet. I've seen nothing thus far right now to suggest that the Kings should even be favored in this game. I know Norman Powell's out for the Clippers. That's a huge blow. But they played well without him last game. I expect them to keep the momentum rolling forward at home, at the crib, in one of the best home venues in all of the league. Give me the Los Angeles Clippers, man, plus the points and outright money line here in our last and final game of the night. And that's going to conclude this episode of my NBA Jam Session. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video. Money Making Friday, ladies and gentlemen. We absolutely smashed yesterday, 4-0 sweep here on the Jam Session. We've had a great week overall, and we're just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward into a money-making weekend. As I usually say, man, 3-day pass is usually the best way to go. You get every single play that I release over the weekend, man. NFL, NBA, college football. I haven't dove into college hoops yet. We will be diving in headfirst soon. Maybe not this weekend, but real soon. Be on the lookout for that, man. We will be diving into college hoops, just trying to build the database up a little bit. But, man, the way we're running in the NFL and NBA right now, we're heading into an absolute money-making weekend. Let's keep the momentum rolling forward. Hop on that 3-day pass and let's do what we do. As I told you guys yesterday, we'll be live with Jay Money later on today, man, 12 noon Central Time. So be on the lookout for that, man. Check him out. We'll be on his channel just talking some hoops, man. Trying to help you, ladies and gentlemen, make some money. Should be a really fun show, man. Y'all been asking for it. Can't wait. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for y'all. Money Making Friday. We've been hot. Let's keep the momentum rolling forward. Here on the Jam Session, when we get hot, we usually get hotter than fish grease. The OGs on the channel here to tell you so. We're just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward and do what we do. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. I'll see y'all soon. I'm out of here. Peace.